Coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Right-hander is set, checking second to one. Jones swings, line drive, off Kozel's glove into center field. LSU wins. They'll play for the championship. Drive right at Kozel. LSU celebrating all the way out into center field with a 3-run bottom of the ninth inning to beat Arkansas by a final score of 6-5. The season ends in game one of the bracket final. Hawks go 1-4 against LSU this year. What just happened in this ninth inning?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
All right, we welcome you into Hog Reaction following an Arkansas loss unlike anything I think I've ever seen. 6-5 the final as LSU takes it here in Omaha, Nebraska. We're here at DJ's Dugout tonight. I've got my sunglasses on because I don't want anyone to see my eyes right now because tears might come out after that game. That was awful. That sucked in every way imaginable. If you want to call or text us, you can do so on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Colton, before we came on, you mentioned a few things down the stretch in that ninth inning. It wasn't one specific play. It was a multitude of them, and Arkansas made every mistake imaginable to cost them that game tonight.
You know, there's lots of different things, and hindsight's 2020. But you know, I wasn't really comfortable leaving Gibbler out there for the ninth inning. It is what it is. I thought that he has been great all season, so that is what it is. Freshman in a big moment, he'll get more opportunities as a Razorback. I thought to myself the minute that ball was going to Vahiva Aloy in the middle, I thought that was a for sure double play ball. I know that he's moving to his right a little bit, but you think as talented as he is, he'd be able to make a turn. And they're in the press conference right now, and I haven't heard any of those clips yet. I was just pacing around outside, just dejected. And I thought that maybe he could have turned that double play ball. You would have loved to have seen Davalon maybe not take that half step back that he did before he made that play, tried to make the play on the diving catch that he tried to make. But Ty, I think that you described it best. It's unlike anything that I think I've ever seen, and it's really, really hard tonight to. Like I was texting my dad before the show, and I was like, "Man, tonight I wish I was just a fan, and I didn't have to sit here and speak about it sometimes. It's hard. I mean, it really is. Like, I love this team. I love this opportunity and getting to do this, but I am heartbroken for those guys."
Whew. Yeah. I mean, the SEC, the Sweet 16, I should say. Good grief. The Sweet 16 you watched with Texas Tech, that game, I mean, 2018, of course, what happened here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's brutal as a Hog fan. You think about what Arkansas fans have had to endure and suffer, albeit, I mean, you're in Omaha. It's not like you had a losing season or 20 consecutive losing seasons or anything. But as you watch these other SEC programs achieve goals and statuses that you have not yet attained, it's painful. Again, I'm of the belief, and part of the reason Arkansas lost tonight, they succumbed to the pressure. And I think I'm going to have that same thought tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have that same thought next week, and I think I'm going to have that same thought a year from now. Heading into postseason, you were the best betting favorite to win the whole thing. Then you get to Omaha, the exact same thing. So the difficulty of not just winning the title for the first time it's just so tough to break through and burst through. And LSU's done it 7 times. And as of Monday night, it might be 8. They made the plays when they had to, and unfortunately you didn't. So hopefully we can experience what a national championship is like at some point. But tonight it's bitterness, it's heartbreak, and it's a familiar feeling that Arkansas fans know all too well. 877-377-6963. 6963. We got some Arkansas fans here. Again, just
hello, darkness, my old friend. It's good to talk with you again. That's legitimately how I feel, Ty. I think that what sucks, really, for me, the thing that kind of stood out to me is it's not necessarily the fact that you lost to a really, really good program with really, really good players who made the right plays in the right moments. It's the way that it happened. A team that's been tops, if not leading the NCAA in fielding percentage all year, makes crucial fielding errors.
Yep.
In their last guaranteed inning of baseball that they know that they have. That's what really hurts. And I think you said it. It's a familiar feeling of sorrow because you've gotten. I mean, obviously in 2018, the stakes were much higher, and you still had another game after that. There was a tomorrow, but on the double play ball to Aloy, on the play that Davalon couldn't make, on the one that just skimmed over Cam Kozel's glove, that hurt to see. On those plays, they just didn't fall your way, and it's unfortunate. But LSU was able to make the plays that mattered at the end of the game, and it really just hurts because of the fact that you've been so clutch in the field all year and just been nails. And then at the end of the game, when it mattered the most, couldn't come through.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got plenty of time for you to vent here on Hog Reaction for the next hour and a half or so. We'll get this thing done a little before 12 o'clock in Omaha as the Arkansas Razorbacks have once again been defeated by the LSU Tigers in postseason play. We got more of your calls, your texts coming up here on Hog Reaction.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Can you explain the infield fly rule? Neither can I, but I can help you navigate a variety of legal issues, from divorce to personal injury to estate planning. I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions, a new law firm offering affordable flat fees with payment plans available. You get an ace at the price of a minor leaguer. Now that sounds like a grand slam to me. Call Mock Legal Solutions for your free consultation. 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
There's only one place to buy fireworks at wholesale prices. Hey guys, I'm Chris Brewer, the owner of USA Fireworks in Arkansas. The best way to purchase your fireworks show is at wholesale prices. Get more fireworks for your money at USA Fireworks Wholesale. If you're interested in purchasing a fireworks show at wholesale prices, send us a message on our website at usafireworks.org. That's usafireworks.org. Go Hogs.
For details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Summer is here, and Jelco Outdoors has the outdoor gear for you. Hiking boots by Salomon, running shoes by Under Armour, fishing shoes by Extra Tough and Under Armour, dry fit fishing and outdoor clothing by AFCO, Ariat, Drake, Hook, and Under Armour. Take advantage of the hot summer deals on summer clothing with buy one, get the second at 50% off. See store for details. For all your summer fishing, Jelco has the gear. Hunters, get ready for bow season. Jelco Outdoors, your one-stop summer store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing, and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Mama, Jackie Ferry.
479
479
521
521
4220.
What should tell you?
Stu, you're a dentist. Hey, don't try and get fancy.
I'm Dr. Bill Ligon, and I believe that premium dental care should be attainable for every hog fan. At Dallas Street Dental, we offer an affordable new patient exam option that allows us to get a full picture of what's going on and a treatment plan for the best course of care for you. On top of that, our team has a $50 new patient special that includes the exam and full mouth set of x-rays. We also have financing options available. Come see us at Dallas Street Dental, 8020 Dallas Street, Fort Smith. Don't let a hog's win be the only reason you're smiling.
Razorback fans, it's Omaha time. Gear up for every tailgate and watch party at the Party Place, the River Valley's largest locally owned party supply superstore. All the Razorback decor you need, from cups, plates, banners, and even beer hats. Heat up summer with luau supplies, Hawaiian shirts, paperware, leis, and more. Get ready to light up the 4th of July with red, white, and blue decorations that'll make your celebration sparkle. Shop local, celebrate big. Shop the Party Place, 7810 Rogers Avenue behind Ashley's Furniture. Go hog wild with the Party Place, where every celebration starts.
Hey guys, this is Ethan at Wheeler Power Sports, and we want you to stop in and see Drew at our apparel department. On-road or off-road, we've got you covered. Helmets, jackets, gloves, footwears, and everything in between, from top brands like Alpine Star, Icon, Scorpion, RST, Bell, and many more. Also, see Lane and team at the Wheeler Power Sports parts department. From standard maintenance items to custom accessories and add-ons, Wheeler's got you. Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
And Cowan's first pitch. Hit in the air by Helfrich to deep center. Stanfield with his back to the infield. He leaps. Get out of here. Over the center field fence. Helfrich with his 15th. On the first pitch of the 4th inning, the Hogs have the lead.
This is Hog Reaction.
It is Hog Reaction. It's brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Barbecue Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel. Let's talk to Evan in Fayetteville. Evan, your thoughts on the loss tonight, man?
Hey, man. Are y'all able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What's up?
All right, man. To be honest with you, I am just looking for some inspiration. Like, I have done this for years and years. I've done this so many times as a Hog fan. I was in New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl in 2011. I was, I was in Omaha in 2018, and man, I just am not sure how to keep doing it. So, like, I just need some encouragement in this moment.
Well, here's what I would point to. Listen, Evan, I want a national championship like you do. I want Dave to win his first. I want the football team to turn it around. I want Cal to go back to a Final Four in Indianapolis, Indiana in 2026 and win the whole stinking thing. I guess the only positivity that I can give you, and it's true, is that, I mean, when you look at your athletics department as a whole, with the exception of football, you've got a lot of really good to great. You don't have an elite team except for track, but you've got these programs that are very, I mean, in terms of baseball, it's as close as it gets. Softball is right on the brink. We've seen Courtney Dipel's team make it to super regional after super regional. I don't really have anything to tell you about football. Basketball, hopefully, is just getting started with Cal. So in terms of you needing some positivity, I hate to use the phrase, it could be worse, but it could. I mean, there's a lot of other SEC programs, not football again. I want to clarify that would love to have Arkansas success in the other sports. But listen, I get it, man. LSU might win their second national championship in 3 years. Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Florida, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. I mean, there's a lot of teams that have won national championships in baseball lately, and you feel like you're one of them. You should be one of them, I should say.
A&M.
I don't think A&M's won one. A&M hadn't won anything since like 34.
Okay. Good deal. Well,
so Evan, I wish I could just conjure up something and give you. I mean, to lead. I don't think the baseball program, even after that, is going to collapse or anything because it didn't after 2018. 2018 was worse because you were one strike away from winning. I think it was one strike away from winning the whole thing. But tonight it was a combination of plays, right? It wasn't just one.
I think it was just one.
Do you think which one would you single out, Evan?
I mean, I don't want to name names, but I wish we would have turned that double play.
Yeah, and I want to keep you on here because I mean, so Vahiva's made that play a lot of times this season. Colton talked about he was going to his right, he's going the opposite way in that situation. I don't know, guys. We don't, and Colton just mentioned the press conference just ended. That could have been something he was told to do, right? Like we have I don't know. That could have been something he was directed to do.
Absolutely, yeah. There are scenarios in which you want to go ahead and attack the lead runner and go ahead and get him out, but not when you're the best shortstop in college baseball.
I only played church league up until like 6th or 7th grade, but man, I don't know.
Well, Evan, we appreciate the call. Again, Lewis Automotive Group hotline open for you. If you have a thought on tonight's game like Evan just did, 877-377-6963. 6-5 the final as the LSU Tigers take it once again over the Arkansas Razorbacks. Brett texting in saying, this is an all-timer. He thinks it's worse than 2018, worse than Fred Brown at Georgetown in the 1982 finals, worse than Jackie Smith drop for the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, worse than the big shootout, worse for Ole Miss than the Hunter Henry heave. All-timer. All-timer.
A lot of those didn't have any postseason implications, and one of them had a much higher implication. But I understand where everybody's coming from. Like, especially Evan. Like, I've seen so many heartbreaking losses, and what I would say to Evan is, look, man, if you're a lifer, if you're a born and bred Arkansan, you can't quit it, and you know that you can't because there are so many memories that are ingrained with working around what the Razorbacks are doing, going to a certain place at a certain time because, hey, that's where everyone is because the Razorbacks are running. It's the big-ticket item. Sometimes the big ticket just doesn't deliver.
Yeah. One of the things I noticed when I got here to DJ is a kid and his dad walked in. Kid actually looks like Logan Maxwell if he was 10 years younger, which I kind of thought was funny. It was legitimately kid. It could have been his little brother for all I know.
Do you have forearms like Logan Maxwell?
No, this kid was really small. But I just watched. I was just looking at him, and I watched how depressed he was, just sitting there stewing and sad, and a combination of sadness and anger and hopelessness and all these different emotions that, frankly, he's going to feel again.
For the rest of his
I hate to lean into Evan and what he asked and looking for hope, but guys, we haven't won it. Here's the elephant in the room. Arkansas, with the exception of Texas A&M and Missouri, who I don't count when it comes to SEC schools, one's a Colt, one doesn't belong in this league, is the only school since 1995 to not win a national championship in the three major sports. You obviously won one with Coach Richardson in 94. But football, basketball, and baseball, you've had a program, not each, because we know Vanderbilt hadn't won a football national championship, but in the major sports, each program of the other SEC institutions, all 13 of them, with the exceptions of Missouri and Texas A&M, have won national championships in that time frame. So when you want to gripe, you want to complain, you want to vent, you go right ahead. You go right ahead. because you've watched your SEC counterparts, friends, family members, coworkers celebrate what you feel like you should be celebrating in something. Doesn't have to be all three, but football, basketball, baseball, 30 years. Every other SEC program, with the exception of the Tigers and the Aggies, have won a national championship. And yes, I'm including Texas and Oklahoma in that list. That sucks to just think about. That's where you're at. All right, let's get some text here. Let's get Bronco Randy here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Oh, the pain. Man, it really hurts. I am always and will always be a diehard Razorback fan. And I don't believe in curses. But I sure am getting close to it. And it almost seems like it's just not going to happen whenever we play LSU. This makes it hurt so bad. It hurts so bad that I sit here after a year with my son and grandson and can't get over the hump. But the sun will come up tomorrow. Go Hogs.
Right.
LSU's got your number. They're the standard. And I disagreed with Tommy. Colt and I disagreed with you earlier. There is something to be said about having to be the first team that bursts through and wins a national championship or beats a program, a rival that you haven't beaten postseason, or you haven't been on the road, whatever the streak is. This team wasn't able to do it. And I felt so bad. I watched the emotions flow out of Cam Kojial after the game. Charles Davalon, Fahivo Loy. I mean, these are just some of the who I would consider some of the toughest, manliest men on the campus of Fayetteville, Arkansas. And just the dejection, the pain that we as fans obviously felt as soon as that game ended. By the way, why did we let Jared Jones hit the ball?
I don't know. First game, he had 5 strikeouts.
I mean, that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. But so he hits that bomb on Gak. It was 2 outs, and I think it was first pitch. And I'm thinking to myself, why did we pitch to him? And then he fall, and then at the end of the game, LSU's maybe best player that's not a pitcher, not named Cade Anderson, is up to plate. There's 2 outs. The bases weren't loaded, were they? I'm not making that up.
No.
Okay, yeah. Why did we not walk the guy? Again, these are questions after the fact. It's hindsight's 20/20. But I don't understand. Maybe y'all can make me understand. All right, we got to hit another break. Again, we've got a lot to react to. Let's see how many texts. We've got 39 texts that I've got to comb through, and they're going to keep piling up. Listen, I will do my best to get to your text, but if you want to actually get on here, you're going to have to call us. Because, again, I don't know if I can get through all 40 texts tonight, and they're going to keep piling up. We'll probably, if I had to guess, have over 100 by the end of the night. So if something in that game, again, some of you always just listen, some of you only text, which is fine. But if something in that game pushed you to the brink where you're like, I've got to let my voice be heard, you better do it right now. 877-377-6963. We roll on Hog Reaction after this.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
Have you tried the TGI Friday weekday deals? On Monday, they have 50-cent wings, traditional or boneless, 10-piece minimum. Tuesday, cheeseburgers and fries with a fountain drink for $10. On Wednesday, Cajun shrimp and chicken pasta for only $12. On Thursday, enjoy a half a rack of ribs for only $12. Stop by and check out the weekday deals at TGI Fridays, I-540 at Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. In here, it's always Friday.
Spring is here, and Alma Tractor and Equipment has 0% financing up to 60 months on all New Holland 50 to 120 horsepower Workmaster and Firstar tractors, or cashback savings through June 30th. Whatever size acreage you have, we have a New Holland tractor for you. Stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and take advantage of these great offers today.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren. It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. What all y'all service here at Jazzco?
We do food trucks, cars. We do custom banners, signs for big and small businesses. We do logos, stickers, you name it, we just about do it all right here at Jazzco. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
See dealer for details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675, or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
And Cowan's first pitch. Hit in the air by Helfrich to deep center. Stanfield with his back to the infield. He leaps. Get out of here. Over the center field fence. Helfrich with his 15th. On the first pitch of the fourth inning, the Hogs have the lead.
This is Hog Reaction.
Genuinely thought after the ninth inning performance, top of the ninth from the Arkansas Razorbacks, at the bottom of the batting order, you're going to win this baseball game. And then LSU pulled in LSU and figured it out.
I had typed everything out for the Hog Reaction title. I was so hyped. I was ready to go. I had to walk back in here and just solemnly backspace.
I've changed
every
the open.
Single one.
I've changed the open to a rundown. I've changed, of course, what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Pain. Mark's in Fayetteville tonight here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Mark, what is on your mind following a 6-5 loss, brother?
Man, I don't understand why you give LSU so much credit, don't give enough to the mental weakness of the Razorbacks. I love my Hogs, but if you're surprised by the outcome of this game, you've either never watched Arkansas Razorback baseball in the last 3 decades, or you're an idiot. I just don't understand how you could be surprised. And I don't understand why everyone says, oh, well, it's just LSU doing what LSU does. No, it's Arkansas doing what Arkansas does. It's clean and simple. I'm not saying DVH needs to retire or be fired. That's crazy. He's a great coach, but he's a great coach with teams that are consistently mentally weak when it matters.
You know what, Mark, and I want to allow you to talk. This isn't going to be a show, at least that I'm on, that I'm going to cut someone off when they criticize a coach or a player, as long as it's not personal. I think what was so puzzling about tonight for me, Mark, is the fact it was the fielding that let you down, which is, while the pitching has been awesome for you in the College World Series for the most part, that's the area that's been the best that Arkansas is the best in like every year. And that's what cost you tonight. That's what's puzzling to me, man.
I don't know that I agree that's what cost you. I mean, in the end, it was the fielding that cost you. But no matter whether it's pitching. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said
you're
pitching.
Good.
No matter though, regardless of fielding, pitching, hitting, it all goes back, and it was the fielding in 2018, right? So you can go back and say it's the mental toughness to play proper defense when it matters.
I agree with you, Mark. I think it's the stress of those high-pressure situations where there are 2 outs or 1 out in the ninth. That's when you have to make sure that all of your communication on every single potential double play ball or any shifts into the outfield or the infield based on the hitters have to be made. And I'm not saying that I noticed any Razorback signals being missed in between the infield or the outfield or anything like that. As far as I know, I think that it was literally just an error and then a missed opportunity to make a double play. But, Mark, I think that I agree with you that it's mental things. It's communicating on a pop-up where it falls in between 3 guys, and then it's making sure that, hey, am I going to turn this play right here, or are we doing this? They had a meeting on the mound right before that, so that's being discussed, and I think that maybe some wrong decisions were made. So, Mark, I agree with you.
I'm really curious to see, as we perform an autopsy on this game in the days to come, as things leak out as they always do, was the decision to take the lead runner, was that something that was made beforehand? Was that, hey, make sure you get the lead runner? Because it just seemed like such a clearly obvious double play moment. And you can't put it all on that one play. But you walk away as the victors if you make that double play. So it'll be fascinating to me to find out what happens there. But I'll just leave you with one parting thought on mental toughness. And again, I'm not one of these guys calling for DVH to be fired. I think that's crazy. He's one of the greats. There's no doubt. But I think the problem can be seen when you look back at the press conference after the Super Regional. What did your head coach do at the table?
The press conference at the Super Regional following the Tennessee.
He was emotional after having been nixed in his past 2 Super Regionals at home.
Yeah. So it's an example of not having the business as usual mindset. What is the phrase? Act like you've been there.
Oh, you have.
We haven't been able to do that.
But here what the pushback. I mean, Tony Vitello's won a national championship, and he's probably one of the most animated, over the top coaches in the sport. Dave's probably got the most steady Eddie feel to him. I mean, he put his I guess he put his hands over his head when Davalon I think missed that out in left field. But it's not like he was freaking out. I don't know if I agree with you there in terms of the mental aspect. I think it's hard, but I think you could also put that in the entire Razorback sports. like if you want to blanket the mental aspect over all of Razorback athletics when it matters, the exception of track and field, it's kind of warranted, right? Softball.
I saw one comment on social media that said, all the big sports choke when it matters, except for football, because they're never good enough to get to a game where it matters.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. Mark, we appreciate your call tonight. That was good stuff. If you've got some thoughts, again, 877-377-6963. Let's go to Fort Smith where Keith is. Hi, Keith.
Hey, guys. First, I just want to thank y'all for your coverage of Arkansas Razorback baseball. You guys are not at home. You're covering our sports. You're covering our kids, and I appreciate that. Second off, I just want to say Does DVH want to win a national championship? The answer is yes. DVH would probably lose his whole left hand to get a national championship. So I think that Razorback fans come from a high and mighty place that think we deserve some type of outcome, some type of accomplishment that when it doesn't happen, we feel like we just have erred in all these different ways, and we want to just burn everything at the stake. We are blessed to have DVH as our coach. We are clueless. We are clueless if we think he is in some way in fault, because what we'll do is become Missouri overnight in baseball. That's what will happen. And I'm so thankful for him. Am I very upset about the outcome of the game? I'm like everybody else is, guys. I'm very frustrated. But we don't get to the College World Series if we don't have the same player in left field that made that mistake. We don't get to the College World Series if we don't have that shortstop that threw it to third base.
Amen.
So I'm not, and I know they're paid, and everybody's on the internet talking about they're paid. That's fine. I get that. But when I feel like this team, and I'm not trying to belittle the 2018 team, but I feel like this team really wanted it, guys. I feel like it was visceral, and that's why you saw the reaction from DVH, is because these guys, more than the 2018 team, are about him. They're about our program. They're about trying to be successful. They fought their tails off, and I just think my final conclusion is, do I think they lack a killer instinct? I do think they lack a killer instinct, and I think Mark is right. I agree with what he's saying, but I think the slippery slope that Arkansas fans get into is we become accustomed. We expect this type of College World Series.
It's like saturated. It's saturated almost.
100%.
Keith.
100% correct. And can you imagine the calls for bringing DVH back if we let him go or he retires and then we spend 5 years in purgatory and we become Missouri? I'm telling y'all, y'all know that.
I don't know if it would go to that extent, Keith. I think what
it's a long fall off to Columbia in baseball.
Yeah, I think what Dave Van Horn has built, there would be a lot of people in line interested in this job. I understand where you're coming from, that we, as fans, and I'll include myself on this because that's all I am. I just happen to have a mic and a headset, that we take it for granted at sometimes. But what I think, again, I'll go back to what I said earlier, when you see every SEC team, with the exception of Missouri, like you're talking about in A&M with the national championship since '95 in one of the three major sports, and you see, 7 or 8 SEC baseball programs with the national championship here in the last 15 to 20 years, and you don't have one, it's like you're going back, you're straddling the fence, and yes, I'm grateful for what we have, but at the same time, why can't we figure this out? Right?
Sure.
It's a catch-20. It's a catch-22 where you're just sitting here as a fan hoping that one day a group of young men will come together and have enough resolve and luck, L-U-C-K, which they didn't have tonight, to win a national championship. It takes a special type of group to be the first team to do it in any sport, in any program. And unfortunately, just tonight, this wasn't that team.
Sure. And I totally understand what you're saying. The only thing I would pivot on is I think DVH has built an incredible and elite program in baseball. I just have been a Razorback fan for a long time, and I believe that if we lost the cornerstone of that guy and what he does for our team, I have great fear that, and maybe we wouldn't become Missouri, but maybe we're not in the College World Series. Maybe we don't become accustomed to the College World Series as one of our expectations for the season. Now, I may be wrong, and maybe we get somebody in here that's great. I just have great fear because I could see things falling off more than we would anticipate in a non-DVH world when he says it's time for him to go. And I don't want him to go. I want him to coach until he gets a natty, because I think we're very close. We were how many games away from the final game this year? And I know we've done this before.
Yep,
I know we did it in 2018. But I don't feel like it's time to just go nuts on turning over the apple cart when we're so close. And I get it. At some point, you have to have that
add to your
conversation.
point, Keith, to add to your point, let's think about since 2018. Since 2018, Arkansas went in 2018, 2019, 22, and 25. You think about the timeline of the previous years, it was 04, 09, 12, and 15. So there was actually more condensed in this time. You think about from 18 to 25 versus 2004 to 2015. You got 4 in less time. So that's just kind of add to your point. Keith, really appreciate the call. Let's go to Mountain Home. Audrey's called in tonight. Audrey, welcome into Hog Reaction. What's up? Audrey, you still there? All right, let's try Brian, who's in Harrison. Audrey, if you're still there, you can call back 877-377-6963. Brian, are you on the line with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Brian, what's on your mind tonight?
Well, first of all, I'll be like Keith and Fort Smith. Appreciate you guys staying on, being up so late, traveling all the way to Omaha. Man, I guess I'm, one of these Razorback fans that I hate it, year to year. You want to still cheer for them. You want to, stick with your state team, but man, do they make it hard. It's so hard to be a Razorback fan, in my opinion. But my question
Brian, it's not your opinion. It's everyone's opinion, buddy. It's mine, it's Colton's, it's everyone listening right now. There's not a soul out there that thinks it's easy to be an Arkansas Razorback fan. And if they tell you it is, they're lying or they're a shill. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I was listening to Phil and Bubba on the 10th inning show, and it's just like he said, if not now, if not this team, then when? Everybody truly felt like we had all of the ammo in place on this team to truly go all the way this year. And I don't think, of course you could have had your doubters out there, but I think your true blue Arkansas Razorback fans, I think we all felt like that this was the team to go. So I guess my question is what's it going to take? I mean, are we seriously down to hoping and praying for luck? Like, is that seriously where we are? That's what I don't understand.
Brian, that's a great question. If I had the answer, I would fax, mail it, email it to DVH right now, but I don't. And I know for 23 years he's been trying to figure it out. They've been close in 2000. I guess it was 2012 when South Carolina came back to beat them twice. Of course, they were close in 2018. They were close in 2022. Had a chance to beat Ole Miss, and then they were close this year. Just hadn't figured it out yet. All right, Audrey was called in earlier. Let's try him again, or she. Sorry. Is this a guy? I hate doing this sometimes. Audrey, are you a guy or a gal? I apologize for being disrespectful.
No, I'm a girl.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's some guys that are Audrey, some girls. Audrey, go ahead. You're on Hog Reaction. I apologize.
No, you're fine. So I'm just calling to say, I was there in Omaha, the second game when we lost, and I saw the ball drop in person. And it's just heartbreak. And I know this is bad to say, but you kind of got to look at the person that made you a Hog fan and have some resentment.
Mm-hmm.
In my case, that's my dad. I'm 21 years old, and I've had more heartbreak than I can count. And it's just tough. But I don't blame Dave.
It's Audrey's dad's
like
fault,
a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it's just hard.
I guess I would have to, Audrey, I guess I have to blame Daddy Joe, my grandpa. My dad is a secondary Hog fan. Like he roots for him. He doesn't root against them, but he's a diehard Baylor Bears fan. He took us to a lot. I was fortunate that we got to go to a lot of the sporting events in Little Rock growing up. But yeah, it's not easy being an Arkansas Razorback fan because every time you get to a point where you finally let yourself feel at peace, you get stabbed in the heart. You get
exactly.
Betrayed is not the right word. That's too senile. But
right.
I mean, it's like you finally get to a place with your boyfriend or girlfriend growing up. And
Ty, you get undercut. You just
Yeah.
you're there and you're expecting something, and then the worst possible thing happens. I get where you're coming from. Audrey wants to blame her dad. Ty, you want to blame Grandpa Joe. For me, Ty, I want to blame Darren McFadden. The very first Razorback sporting event I ever attended was the 321-yard game against South Carolina, and I thought that every night was that magical for every Razorback team. Boy, was I wrong.
Right.
Ugh. Man. Audrey, have a great rest of your night. I say great. Sleep well tonight. I don't know how you're going to be able to sleep good, but I don't know, drink whiskey or something. Nixon Van Buren, probably need to take a break after this. Gary and Fort Smith, other caller, hang on. Nick, go ahead, man. You're on Hog Reaction.
Hey, guys. First, I hate LSU. I hate everything about them. But, I guess I've grown up, and my son has forced me into this grown-up role. But first of all, to Audrey's point, I blame Quinn Grovey for becoming a Hog fan. I loved him, and I loved him. He was a dog. But my heart broke for an entire different reason tonight. It didn't break as a fan. It really kind of broke as a dad. Because my son's a 10-year-old baseball player, he's a football player, and he's a basketball player, and I've seen the heartbreak on him if he's been the cause or was a part of the reason why they lost. And, we need to keep in mind that these guys are kids. Aloy has done so much for our program, and, and him choosing to get the lead runner at third and not do the double play, not try, will haunt him forever. And Davalon, I mean, the kid's a dog. I mean, I swear to God, he's Lenny Dykstra's. I mean, he could be his kid. But, and then you put in Cam Hosel. I mean,
he's a leadoff hit
my
every
son,
game.
My son loves these guys. He loves them. And, my heart, like I said, it didn't break as a fan, but it's just like, imagine being the parents of these kids and feeling the pain of, knowing what their kids are going through and not being able to do anything about it. And so in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it is hard to be a Razorback fan. It is. Me and my brother were texting, and me and a buddy from work, and it was just like, I was just like, I don't even know what to say. When the last hit happened, I just turned the TV off, and, when Reggie Fish mopped the pump against Florida.
Let's just bring up the worst things possible. Just bring them all up.
Then, the Carson Chatty debacle. I mean, I wanted to rip the TV off the wall then. But tonight, it was just, my heart hurts for really those three players. Yeah. But, this game will haunt these guys. It will haunt them for the rest of their lives. And, and I hope fans remember this and think about that when, before they get angry about what happened.
Social media, expand, you can, there's no issue at all talking about that Vahiva wants that one back. And again, we don't know the inside scoop on what he was directed to do. That could have been what he was directed to do. Cam, obviously an inch or two away from catching that ball and taking it into extras. Davalon ending the game. I mean, and that's not me being personal. It's just telling you what happened during the course of the game. But when you take it a step further, Nick, and you bash the kid on social media and you tell him all these horrible, disgusting things, I get that. I get that 100%. And to your point about your son, I don't know if you caught this earlier. We're here at DJ's Dugout in Omaha, and I watched this kid who literally looks like a clone of Logan Maxwell 10 years ago walk in and sit down with his dad. And depression, sadness, he had all these different things circled into one. And I'm just thinking, buddy, you've got 75 more years of this. I hate to tell you. All right, we got to hit a break. We went long on that one. Gary and Fort Smith, Dan and Bentonville, we got two open lines. That was so much better than text. Mm-hmm. Let's just be honest. I mean, I've still got a pile of text that me and Colton need to sift through. But I feel like that we at least got some venting there.
It makes me feel better talking to people.
Yes. The talking stick that in big families, you pass it around and the person that has the talking stick gets to talk. Well, you have the talking stick. You literally just call the phone number at 877-377-6963 and you can vent about the Arkansas 6-5 loss to LSU. More coming up live from DJ's Dugout. It's Hog Reaction, presented by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Barbecue and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel after this.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Taco Bell's new crispy chicken tacos and burritos are so delicious.
Wait, Taco Bell's a chicken place now?
Nope, they're a taco place.
So this crispy chicken taco's from another chicken place.
No, it's from Taco Bell.
But this chicken is all white meat with avocado ranch. Gotta be from a chicken place.
It's coated in crispy tortilla chips. That's Taco Place.
I don't know. It seems like Taco Bell's just a chicken place now.
Well, the crispy chicken also comes in burritos.
What is even real?
Try the new crispy chicken tacos and burritos from Taco Bell. Your taco place that's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for availability.
Looking for your dream ride? Head to McLartyDaniel.com, Northwest Arkansas's premier auto destination. With over 2,600 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, we've got your perfect match. Chrysler, Ford, Nissan, Buick, GMC, and more. Visit our 6 locations from Springdale to Bentonville, where our award-winning team offers top-notch service, competitive financing, and certified pre-owned deals. McLarty Daniel buys cars too, even if you don't buy ours. McLarty Daniel Automotive, driving Northwest Arkansas forward.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
Big changes are coming. In order to serve you better, Metters Lumber is joining Ace Hardware. We will remain locally owned and operated so you can expect the same great service, but with lower pricing and better selection. We'll have exciting new brands to serve more of your needs. Come by and check out our deeply discounted merchandise as we make room for new products at Metters Lumber Company in Alma, Ozark in Clarksville.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
At the screen, you have to protect yourself.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren.
What's going on the grill tonight? Whatever it is, make it unforgettable with the best cuts in town from Richard's Country Meat Market. From the sizzle of bacon wrapped fillets to the bold flavor of gourmet burgers, juicy steaks, and ready-to-grill kebabs, Richard's is your go-to for a summer full of flavor. Planning to cook out? Skip the stress and call ahead for curbside pickup at 443-0000. Only the best goes on your grill. So get it from Richard's Country Meat Market. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. And online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Up to $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
He's a dentist.
Don't get too excited.
I'm Dr. Bill Ligon, and I believe that premium dental care should be attainable for every hog fan. At Dallas Street Dental, we're offering half-off professional whitening in June and July. Take advantage of this incredible deal by visiting dsd.live. Ask about implants, ortho, and more. We also have financing options available. Call 479-452-6600. That's 452-6600. Come see us at Dallas Street Dental, 8020 Dallas Street, Fort Smith. Don't let a hog's win be the only reason you're smiling.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
And Cowan's first pitch. Hit in the air by Helfrich to deep center. Stanfield with his back to the infield. He leaps. Get out of here. Over the center field fence. Helfrich with his 15th. On the first pitch of the fourth inning, the Hogs have the lead.
This is Hog Reaction.
So Pig Trail Nation, Jacob, Bev, and Courtney just put out an awesome, I say awesome, an emotional video of the guys after the game. If you get a chance, go watch it on their Facebook page. It's pretty tough. All right,
I just pulled up their Twitter page, and the first thing I see is at Pig Trail Nation has blocked you. So I'm gonna try and get
blocked
that.
You?
Yeah, me personally. This is on my personal page.
Jeez.
So I'm gonna try and get that fixed.
Yeah, figure that out. Gary's been waiting for about 20 minutes. He's called in from Fort Smith tonight on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Gary, your thoughts on the game tonight? All righty, let's try again. Dan's in Bentonville. Dan, are you there? All right, 0 for 2. Dan? All right, let's try Damon in Westford. Damon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Damon, what's up, brother? Thoughts on the game tonight? I know you got something to say.
I got a whole lot to say, but Ty, I want to tell you something, man. You're such a sport. Hey, I'm a big Ruskin and Zach listener, and that duck hunting deal today was brutal on you. I got you on that. But what I want to say tonight, Heva Valoy, the Golden Spikes nominee, there's no way they called that play to throw it to third. That was a mental mistake. If you're the best player in college baseball, you take a 6-4-3 right there. It's pretty routine. That was a pretty routine ground ball to him. He'd had him. You know what I mean? We blame Dabalon. We blame Dave. We can't blame Dave Van Horn on mental mistakes by players and high risk. It just keeps on going on. I don't understand it. I mean, I talked to Carson Shaddy one time after, the big 2018 deal. He told me how many death threats he got after that. That wasn't his ball. That was the outfielder's ball. Always has been. We keep breaking down in crucial moments. And I just don't know if Dave's going to get one. I don't. And I mean, he's the greatest coach I've ever seen. He doesn't deserve this. That was a mental breakdown tonight, dude. I mean, there's no doubt about it. We can sugarcoat all we want. That's mental breakdowns by supposedly the greatest team.
Damon, you present something that unfortunately has to be talked about. And you mentioned me being on Ruskin and Zach. I remember I did a show a few weeks ago when I think Zach was having back surgery or whatever. And we as Arkansas fans, unfortunately, have to at least put on the table that he's not going to win a national championship. Now, I hope and pray every day that's not reality. But
I do too.
There is a scenario where he could walk away with all these College World Series and conference championships and wins and draft picks and everything else, except that lone national title doesn't get stuck on the outfield scoreboard. That's a scary thought, but it could happen, Damon.
I'm just going to say this. I mean, Saturday night, the game. I mean, Rude didn't pitch his greatest deal, but I mean, he rode through one. He got to the second inning. He got a one bad call, and emotions took over. You can't walk guys, here in this big field. You can't walk anybody. I mean, hopefully
especially
you
a guy
don't
that's
do it.
in 200. You can't walk Braswell, who's in 200.
Yeah, and have him mowing too. You know what?
Yeah.
You can't do that. But think about it is tonight. I mean, that ball. I mean, I'm gonna go back and look at it later on, but that was a routine 6-4-3, in my opinion. That's my opinion. They had him by probably 5 steps over there if they turned to 2.
Yeah.
There's no way you're up 2, you got 1 out. You take that 6-4-3. That run don't mean nothing in front of you. That's the way I look at it.
And like you said, the guy at second would have, I think, been out, but the guy at first was going to be out by a mile. I mean, Cam's made that. Not only has Vahiva made that play all season, but Cam has too. And judging by what I saw from Vahiva Aloy after, that he's going to be thinking that for a long, long time. All right, Joseph's in Dallas tonight. Joseph, go ahead, man. You're on Hog Reaction.
Hey, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
Oh, man, just having trouble sleeping. I
don't
mean,
blame you,
just
man.
a rough night. Yeah, I mean, this one doesn't hurt near as bad as the 2018 ordeal we had. I mean, it hurt me so bad I didn't even watch Game 3. I knew what was going to happen that year. Knew that wasn't even going to be a chance after having that shattering reality come at you. But, tonight really doesn't define everything that we've had success in, especially over the last few years. I mean, thinking about this entire week worth of college baseball, by far, I know people will say Coastal Carolina's pitched great, this and that, but to me, Arkansas, bar none, heads above everybody else, outpitched everybody this week, and we just couldn't put up the runs for our pitchers to be able to, be in those situations comfortably. And, man, guys get in those high leverage situations there at the end of the game and it gets tight. Man, I can't imagine how fast their heart's racing. Aloy not making the double play. I mean, everybody can point at that and say, hey, that should have happened. But, there's so many things that shouldn't have happened. Reese Robinette should have never thrown the ball over to first base and, made that error. And, so many things happened and took place and you can't take them back. But I'm with you guys on whether or not DVH is ever going to see a chance at a national title again or not, just simply because of how difficult it is to make it there in the first place. But who knows?
Joseph, I'm not declaring that here at 11:18 on a Wednesday night that Dave Van Horn is not going to win a national championship. We appreciate your call. But it at least needs to be brought to the table because what you as a fan have heard for countless number of years is Dave Van Horn is going to win a national championship. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And again, I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but this declarative statement that you've taken as fact for all these years, I don't know if you necessarily needed to do that, in my opinion. TK's in Fort Smith here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. TK, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, long-time fan. I guess I'll toss in what the last caller said. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you, brother.
Right on, man. Hey, so I hear this a lot tonight. I was in the stands in 2018 also. Okay, lifetime Hog fan. Like, that's kind of my game. First of all, I want to say thank you to you guys for staying on as long as you do. So, to catch up, the first person that really got me to be a Hog fan, I was thinking it was Sterner, but then, they started talking about our guy. So, maybe it's Quinn Grovey. But it's one of those two, you know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, they're the ones that take me back. But the one thing I really want to cover tonight, I mean, we're talking about haunting players. You know what I'm saying? And I really think we need to put a positive spin on tonight. I mean, let's think about where we are right now. And, we're talking about things that we certainly don't want to see any death threats over, right? And it all ends up on social media. But the one thing I think I disagree with tonight is I keep hearing about Aloy's double play, miss being what cost us the game. I think it was a smart play. I think, to everybody's point on the show tonight, if you make that double play, you win the ball game. You take away a chance for LSU to come back and do something that they do. I mean, that's the game they play, and it hurts because they took it from you. That's what I think everybody feels tonight is they took it from us. We had it and they took it. But I don't think it's a DVH thing. Now, will I say that DVH got out coached? I would have been lying to my kids if I didn't say DVH didn't get out coached tonight.
He lost the chess match tonight. He did.
I think so. I think it was a chess match, and he made a couple of plays there, and maybe a couple of our players were the ones that made the call on those plays. I don't know. You know what I mean? Those are things that we won't know because we're fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, it to me, it's like, let's all go back and do our homework and figure out how to put a positive spin on this season. Because I thought it was great. I thought it was great TV. I thought it was great to watch. And, man, I'll turn it over to you guys to talk about it because you guys are the experts. And guys.
I don't think Colton or myself would identify as experts, but we appreciate you giving us that title. All right, last call before we go to break. Gary's in Fort Smith. Gary, you're on Hog Reaction, brother.
Hey, man. I'll give you a little perspective. I was 10 years old when I remember crying when the Hogs lost to Texas in the 69 shootout. So I have a lot of perspective on Razorback athletics for 56 years. But in my experience, it's been that Arkansas teams, whatever sport, when it gets into crucial situations, they seem to play not to lose rather than to win. And I think that's for a couple of reasons. One is we're the only game we're the big fish in a little pond in our state. There's no pro team. Arkansas State doesn't have the following we do. There's a lot.
Gary, if you lived inside the state, what else were you doing tonight? Legitimately,
well, exactly.
I don't know how we didn't have 3 million people watching this game tonight here in Arkansas.
Yes, exactly. So there's that. So that cuts both ways is what I'm saying. It's incredible if you're a player of any of these sports because you have this fan base that adopts you, loves you, everything for you, supports you. But at the same time, it also cuts. There's a lot of pressure on them. It happened in softball this year. It happened tonight. It happens in basketball. It's happened in football. About the game tonight, I'm a baseball guy. Lloyd should have turned a double play, and it's over. Period. Yeah. You would never coach a kid to
take a lead
to throw it to third base. No way. So that wasn't even a. And I'm looking at, I turned on YouTube to see the post-game press conference while you guys were, while I was on hold. And, they have 3 placards up there and Gabe Gackle, Ryder Helfrich's up there. There's one for Aloy, and he's not there. And I just want to let everybody know, man, these guys give everything. And I don't know where he is, but he's not up there on the podium. And he also has a little brother that plays on the team. So, and I can tell you by looking on X, I mean, all the other schools, especially Tennessee and others, are just, choke baby and all the vile things that you can possibly think of from national media and national sources. So these guys gave everything, and I appreciate that. But it just seems like we try to play not to lose rather than to win. And I will say this about DVH. He's a class act. He's built a great program. But in no circumstances would you allow, with first base open and 2 outs, a guy that just hit a home run in the 8th inning to bat.
Yeah.
He should have just
couldn't agree more.
Put 4 fingers up, and if the next guy gets a hit, you tip their hat to them. Hey, it's their night. But you never allow that guy. If that was Aaron Judge, do you think they would have put 4 fingers up? Yes. You do not allow their best hitter, who just hit a home run the inning before, to bat. You just don't. So I don't understand that. That's the only thing I would criticize about the coaching tonight. Like I said, Dave's a class act. He knows a lot about baseball. Remind everybody that the guy at Florida State was there 42 years. They went to the college. They went to the tournament 40-something times. He never got one. It's not easy. So Dave's not the first one not to get one. And I would just say this to everybody. You know, it's easy right now for me, being my age, just to, hey, I'm done with it. But I really feel for those guys, because I have a college state son. He's playing at a different level. But, man, they put their heart and soul into it. People have no idea how much time and effort these guys put into it. And like I said, the pressure is obvious. And when you're the only game in town, there's added pressure, and it shows. It shows its head, unfortunately, at the worst times. And you know, just seeing on the screen here that Aloy's not up there at the podium, behind the podium with the other 2 players, just tells me how distraught. I can't imagine about Davalon. You know, I just feel for him, and I still says at the end of every broadcast, it's just a ball game, but this one's going to hurt for a while, and I hope it doesn't affect, you know, guys leaving because fans or people get on them. You know, it is just a game, but it does hurt, and it obviously means a lot, or I would still be up at 11:30 talking about it. So, but I hope at some point we can get a group together that wins it. And unfortunately for us, you know, we have football to look forward to, and that's not very much. So, but anyway, that's what I have to say.
Thanks, Gary. All right, we got to take a break. Talk Reactions brought to you by McLarty Daniel, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, Mock Legal Solutions, and USA Fireworks. More to get to after this.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Game day, work day, or any day, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue has you covered with 100% oak smoked meats served by weight, so you get exactly what you want. Hosting a crew, Rudy's group meals are perfect for parties, office lunches, or tailgates. 3 meats, 3 sides, all the fixings, and yes, even a tablecloth. And don't forget breakfast tacos every morning until 10 a.m. Made to order, or they've got grab and go for the whole team. Visit Rudy's at 4084 MLK Jr. Boulevard in Fayetteville. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, smoking good every time.
Whether you're opening your first checking account, purchasing your first home, saving for your first big vacation, or opening a new business, Firstar Bank offers hometown service with the latest in digital banking technology. Our local team makes banking fast, convenient, and easy. From simple everyday banking to helping you fulfill your dreams, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. Firstar Bank. We'll be there through all your firsts. Learn more at firstar.bank or stop by one of our local branches today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
My favorite part of the whole game was whenever foul ball hit, he picks it up, tosses it to the crowd, tosses it to a kid, and the kid looks at it, and he just throws it back. He doesn't throw it at him or anything, he throws it back on the field, but it's beautiful.
3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. I'm a patient there, and you can be too. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Superior Siding and Windows have been improving homes in Fort Smith and the River Valley for over 44 years. Whether your need is siding, vinyl windows, doors, or gutters, Superior Siding is the one to call if you want it done right the first time. Call 479-646-7888 for a free estimate. 100% financing is available, and Superior Siding has AAA rating with Better Business Bureau. Superior Siding, your first call, 479-646-7888.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
See dealer for details. At Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, Van Buren, there's never been a better time to buy. Stop in today and check out our huge discounts on new Chevrolets and pre-owns. No reasonable offer will be refused, and at Roads, we always give you more for your trade. Plus, we offer free pickup and delivery. You can even buy remotely. Stop in and let us show you the Roads way with our 2-year complimentary maintenance program on every vehicle sold. Experience the Roads way. Road Chevrolet, 2800 Alma Highway, where you get the best prices, period.
Take your dining to a whole new level at Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant. You'll find the finest cuts of steak and the freshest seafood in an amazing atmosphere. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant is at Chaffee Crossing, across from the Arkansas Colleges of Health Education on Chad Colley Drive. When your night deserves the best, call 597-4081 for reservations or book online at Toast. Blue Point Seafood and Steak Restaurant, your destination for not only great food, but an amazing experience.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
And Cowan's first pitch. Hit in the air by Helfrich to deep center. Stanfield with his back to the infield. He leaps. Get out of here. Over the center field fence. Helfrich with his 15th. On the first pitch of the 4th inning, the Hogs have the lead.
This is Hog Reaction.
All right, so we've been talking all night about some miscues in the 9th inning. Here's DBH after the game.
Well, the way it all turned out, I guess I would have. I haven't talked to him about it. I guess he felt like he moved too far to his right for Cam to turn it. I don't know. Well, he's an average runner. He's not a flyer, but he's not slow either. So I don't know. And then the ball, because I had a straight on view of it, it was hit hard, obviously, and it was kind of hooking and sinking. It looked like Charles slipped, like right at the beginning, had taken off for it. And when he slipped, he probably lost sight of it. And when the ball's hit that hard, he was just trying to find it. And I'd have to watch it again. We're a long ways away. That's what I saw.
Like you said, DVH talking about him slipping. It looked like he lost his footing or tripped over himself, and the ball kind of glanced off his shoulder and then caromed into left field, and the rest is history.
His first answer is more interesting because he basically just said that he didn't know. He didn't know why Alou threw the ball, shortstop threw the ball to third base, and I just find that interesting. I know that there are lots of reasons why the Razorbacks ended up having this game ripped away from them, and I know that it doesn't come down to one play. Obviously, you don't want to have a runner on right there anyway. There's situations where you shouldn't have let them come back in the game several times, but it is just, I think it was Gary or whoever it was that could have just called us and talked to us right before the break that just said, there's almost no situation in baseball and where you tell your shortstop to throw the ball and grab the lead runner right there. And I know that maybe Eloy just thought maybe his body was moving too far away, like DVH said, for to make that throw, because that is a difficult play for a shortstop. If you really do think about it, I mean, you're moving to your right, you have to turn your whole body and throw with your right arm all the way back across in order to make the double play which you're going for. I can understand why Eloy wouldn't do it, but at the end of the day, I mean, you heard DVH right there at the beginning. Looking back on it now, I definitely wish he would have, but so.
Yeah, well, that's one of those plays that, and I don't think it was Gary. It might have been Keith. It
might have been Keith, yeah.
That you're not playing to win. You're playing not to lose. Like a play like that. And the intent here is not to hone in on Vahiva because someone brought it up earlier. You wouldn't be here without him. And he made plays tonight. He made plays throughout the College World Series. And it was just I was just so weirded out at what happened because I've watched him. I can't speak to that exact instance or moment where he was in the exact same situation, but you've seen him do that all year. Just didn't happen tonight.
Well, I can't remember an instance all year in which they've tried to get the lead runner in a position like that. And I mean, and I've watched the majority of their games all year, but I mean there are just very few instances in which that you actually do try and make that play. And I think I agree with you. I think that you're trying to, hey, I don't want this guy to score as opposed to I'm trying to win the game. I want to play tomorrow night. I get where he's coming from when you say that you don't want to, you're playing not to lose, and that isn't a situation, that isn't a mindset that you want to be in. Because, if everybody showed up to their jobs every day just trying not to get fired, the whole world would basically be on fire because we would all just be going half-ass all the time. So sometimes, I get where you're coming from, and I agree. I don't think that they tried to make the winning play tonight. I think they tried to make the safe one, and it was the wrong one.
Yeah. All right, Hacker and Harrison texting in. Ruskin Zach needs to just retext from the postgame. They could do a whole show on this alone. Rick and Calgo Rot texting in. I'll say it, every game the Aloys do good. We win. They swat at flies, bungle the ball, and throw it in the river. We lose. I know Kehoe didn't have his best game tonight. I mean, he was good. He's been good all College World Series. I don't have his. Let me pull up his stats in front of me. Vahiva tonight was 1 for 5 and had that base running. I mean, that was a heads-up base running play by him. So, Kehoe, I know that he would like to have some of these postseason games back. I'll give you that.
Ty, when you get a chance, just take a peep at some of our YouTube comment section on the stream.
Why don't you read some of them off?
Well, I mean, I can't because they're out of context. It's people fighting with each other in our YouTube comments. It's great. Yeah, I mean, some dentally deficient, LSU fans at home in their mother's basement, cookie crumbs on their stomach here, just trying to stir up some trouble.
Well, it's easy after a 6-5 loss in the form and fashion that Arkansas ended up getting it done or not getting it done. Text in from D in Fort Smith. Again, Lewis Automotive Group hotline is open to you, 877-377-6963. He's got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are a bunch of texts from D in Fort Smith. Let's see. Something has to change. Nate should go at the bare minimum. What can you say? This team Amber Heard at the bed, as Matt mentioned. You have to make staff changes, bare minimums, a new hitting coach, and if he doesn't want to do that, new manager. Pressure makes diamonds. Sometimes DVH tends to crack under the pressure. He's lost his edge. He's never won any title here. Dave wanted him to go for the double play. I'm getting more apathetic. I'm just reading from D and Fort Smith. And D and Fort Smith, I'm not making light of your anger and frustration because I feel that same way. But it is funny to send, like you literally sent us like 10 straight texts. I'm getting more and more apathetic to Arkansas athletics. I may watch, but the flame is flickering. Hobbs' side did their job. Nate's not so much. Time for a change there. Close my bleep, Keith. We deserve to use the word choke mentioned anytime you're talking about Razorback baseball. All right, so there's about 40 or so more text. But I think that we are, LOL, want to be a podcaster calling names, poor baby. That's funny.
Said I'm broadcasting from my mom's basement. I have the PDF mustache to boot.
Oh, there you go. I felt like that it was more understood and we learned more about how you're feeling based on some of the calls that we just received. So I can keep rolling through these texts, but I mean you can't pull the emotion out of a text versus an actual call. We've got a full call sheet open, so if you want to give us your thoughts, we got about 19 minutes or so till we wrap this thing up. 877-377-6963. Jason texted in from Missouri. The sadness in Phil Elson's voice just crushed me. His heart sank like mine for sure. The one thing that I respect about you guys is the loss means something to you. I would love for Mizzou to have that type of fan base. And I think, Jason, that is important. We wouldn't have this show. We wouldn't have people texting on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We wouldn't have these awesome partners like Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks, Rudy's Country Barbecue, and Country Store, Firstar Bank, and McLarty Daniel without people that care. I mean, Sonny at DJs, Brian at DJs, the staff here would tell you they look forward to Arkansas being here every single year because they care. The fan base travels. You listen to our sports radio content. Not just pre- and post-game, but obviously Chuck and Bo, Morning Rush, Halftime, Ruskin and Zach. First and foremost, Colton and I appreciate that. Yeah. But Jason, you're right. We do care. We do care.
And Phil, he mentioned Phil right there. He's the best. He's a pro's pro. And it's in a situation like that when he's watched so many heartbreaking losses in terrible ways for Razorback baseball. And for him to just, stay even-keeled and not let any emotion shine through, I mean, really basically until the post-game, he is a pro's pro, and I mean, if we could all be half as good as him, Todd, this radio station would be making a lot more money.
Yeah. Most notably, if the Morning Rush host was even a tenth of good as Phil was, that would be better. Ross and Paris asking who will be back next year. There's a lot of guys that are one and dones on this baseball team, Ross. So just gonna have to wait and see on that. I guess I need to see. I want to tell you that these sophomores are gonna be back, but I don't know their age. So maybe we do some, Ross, I don't want to tell you wrong, so maybe we do some information. We look into that tomorrow. Chris from Springdale saying this team has a chance to get back next year. Gackle, Fouch, Loya, all going to get better. Alan texting in, the ninth inning was ridiculous. Too many bad decisions. Why did DVH pitch to Jones with the base open? That's what we've asked. Gary and Fort Smith's asked. It's unacceptable after he already hit a home run. Alan, I could not agree with you more. As I watched him step up to the plate, I'm thinking to myself, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I felt like he left in Gibbler too long. Listen, Cole's been really good at times this year. But it's asking a lot for a true freshman to close out a college baseball game against the arch rival in a do-or-die situation. It is. And unfortunately, and I want to mention this, if a player or two goes Cole's way, that game's over.
Absolutely.
But you have errors galore in the ninth. And his infield and outfield, which usually is a bunch of steady eddies behind him, didn't help him out.
Todd, where do they go from here? I mean, I mean, what does next year look like? I mean, the future of the program. I mean, I understand they go back to Fayetteville, but I'm talking about what does the program do? I mean, do you just try and forget? I mean, move on, forgive and forget about all the mistakes that were made and the pain and the heartbreak and just try and do it again. I mean, I don't remember much about the 2019 season off the top of my head. Did they make it back to Omaha the next year?
In 2019, yeah. Then they went 0-2 in barbecue.
Yeah, and I mean, look, we've heard everybody say it all night, all broadcast long, that you have a great coach who's able to, make your team extremely successful, extremely notable during the regular season. You'll put yourself in a position to be in the NCAA tournament, but Ty, are they just going to get to the same point and do it again? I know everybody wants to know. They've asked it in the pregame shows once our backs were against the wall. If not this team, win. If not now, win.
Yeah.
I mean, what say you?
Well, I think the first point you make is sun will rise tomorrow. I know that, again, these players are going to think about this for a long, long time. And based on the emotions that you saw come out of several players and the coaching staff and everything, this is not something that's easily going to be forgotten. But one thing you can say about not just Razorback players and coaches, but this fan base, is there is a lot of resolve. Because we wouldn't be here talking to you if there wasn't. You guys wouldn't be listening if there wasn't. Well, I gotta. Okay, you gotta read this comment.
So the happy bone here is a distraught Hog fan, and he's in our YouTube comment section, just grieving with the rest of the Hog fans. MG is likely an LSU fan that's just here to stir up trouble and be a sanctimonious troll. Well, they've been going back and forth. I mean, over 100 comments, but this one really struck me. He's getting back right here. You're just a hollow vessel with Wi-Fi, yelling into the void, hoping someone thinks you're relevant.
Oh,
MG's response takes one to know one.
So funny. They're fighting in the comments of this. Oh man. Goodness gracious. All right, we got one last break. It's Hog Reaction. We're live at DJ's Dugout. The final chance for you before tomorrow to give us your thoughts on this 6-5 loss to the LSU Tigers tonight. We know it all too well. Losing the postseason late and losing to LSU. Final segment coming up.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover, for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, or online at harryrobinson.com.
Consistency is what we strive for in life. Our baseball program is an ideal example of that. Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Dallas Street Dental. Dr. Bill Ligon has stressed that same concept for the last 15 years at the Dallas Street location. From getting to patients on time to diagnosing needs throughout an appointment. Dallas Street Dental is offering half-price Zoom professional whitening in June and July. In addition, Dallas Street Dental is offering a $50 new patient special. I trust my pearly whites to Dr. Ligon, and you can too.
Summer is here, and Gelco Outdoors has the outdoor gear for you. Hiking boots by Salomon, running shoes by Under Armour, fishing shoes by Extra Tough and Under Armour, dry fit fishing and outdoor clothing by AFCO, Ariat, Drake, Hook, and Under Armour. Take advantage of the hot summer deals on summer clothing with buy one, get the second at 50% off. See store for details. For all your summer fishing, Gelco has the gear. Hunters, get ready for bow season. Gelco Outdoors, your one-stop summer store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Spring is here and Alma Tractor and Equipment has 0% financing up to 60 months on all New Holland 50 to 120 horsepower Workmaster and Power Star tractors, or cashback savings through June 30th. Whatever size acreage you have, we have a New Holland tractor for you. Stop by Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma and take advantage of these great offers today.
What's going on the grill tonight? Whatever it is, make it unforgettable with the best cuts in town from Richard's Country Meat Market. From the sizzle of bacon wrapped fillets to the bold flavor of gourmet burgers, juicy steaks, and ready-to-grill kebabs, Richard's is your go-to for a summer full of flavor. Planning to cook out? Skip the stress and call ahead for curbside pickup at 443-0000. Only the best goes on your grill. So get it from Richard's Country Meat Market. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. And online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Summer is finally here. Come check out Kofer's Boat Center's huge selection of boats with extra rebates for a limited time. Kofer's features low pontoons and fishing boats, Malibu and Axis wake surf boats, Caymas bass boats, and Kofer's has recently added the luxury line of Harris pontoons. Kofer's experienced professionals will answer all of your boating questions, and their award-winning customer service is second to none. Plus, they have the best boat storage option in town. Find them online at Kofers.com. That's COPATRS.com. Kofer's Boat Center, providing family fun since 1971.
Arkansas Fuel Injection in Fort Smith has been providing quality work for all new and rebuilt diesel pumps and injectors for over 25 years. They are a certified diesel shop with a team of quality technicians that ensure the highest quality workmanship and warranties all their work. They are open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and has emergency service available 24 hours a day. For all your diesel pump, fuel injection, and parts needs, stop by Arkansas Fuel Injection, 6300 South 29th Street, Fort Smith. Call them today at 1-800-817-7709. Arkansas Fuel Injection.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels RV in Northwest Arkansas. No matter the size of your family or your budget, Wheels RV has a new travel trailer or fifth wheel to help you explore the great outdoors. And with our exclusive lifetime warranty on every new RV, you can hit the open road with peace of mind. Come see us on 412 in Tawnytown or check us out at wheelsrv.net. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
When you need tough and paint just isn't enough, check out River City Coatings in Van Buren. When it comes to your metals, paint can peel and crack over time. Whether it's your patio furniture, rims or trims on your automobile, or heavy equipment, no one has time for a redo. Powder coating provides the toughness you need. Preserve your investment with powder coating from River City Coatings. River City Coatings, certified John Deere, Caterpillar, ISO 9001, Packer, and UL provider of tough. River City Coatings, 471-7675 or online at rivercitycoatings.com.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
And Cowan's first pitch. Hit in the air by Helbrick to deep center. Stanfield with his back to the infield. He leaps. Get out of here. Over the center field fence. Helbrick with his 15th. On the first pitch of the 4th inning, the Hogs have the lead.
This is Hog Reaction.
Yeah, this is one of the top teams I've ever coached, on and off the field. Just being around them, it's funny. I've been doing it for a while, and people will say things to me like, the kids have really changed over the years, and I always say, no, they haven't. And they're good. They just want to know that you care about them. And yeah, it's tough, man. Kids are good, man. I love being around them. That's why I do it.
Jeez. That was more emotional than post Tennessee. All right, let's get some reaction to that. Bronco Randy's called us here on Hog Reaction. Bronco Randy, you got any thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, that's one reason I was calling, because I stopped and listened to the press conference just for a minute, and I think it was Mark earlier talked about being mentally weak, but I don't think if a man cries or shows emotion that in any way makes a perception that a man is weak.
Amen.
Just shows that he cares about those players and all that type of stuff. Second thing he did talk about, they'll be on the phone tomorrow to try to get more players for next year, because that's what he does and that's what he loves, which is just what he says. He loves being around the kids. And for those that are saying we should get rid of Dave Van Horn, we're 50-15. The last 6 years, the winningest program in college D1. So, my gosh, I love the ride. I hate the emotions of being like we did tonight, up and down, sitting there with my grandson's son screaming and hollering, and then being quiet, screaming and hollering. But that's what makes life good for me. Having those moments to remember, good and bad. Hey, that's the way it is. And like I said earlier, the sun will come up tomorrow.
That's right.
Let's go Coastal.
That's right.
Thanks, Bronco Randy. TK's called in again. TK, what else did you need to add tonight, brother?
Hey, man, all I wanted to add to you is I heard a lot more people asking about, if not now, when. I say next season, man.
That's right.
And I just want to echo that last call, DVH. I mean, anybody calling for him hadn't paid attention to 50-15 season. That's not mentally weak. So I'll just toss that one back to you. Y'all can have it. And appreciate your commentary. So keep it going.
Appreciate it, TK. Speaking of tossing, I was wrong. We've got one more break. We've got to get to it. We're running up against it. Let's see. We've got, one more segment. I promise one more segment this time. We're going to hear from you one final time on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline at 877-377-6963. We continue on from Omaha next.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Our exclusive coverage at the 2025 College World Series in Omaha is brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions, USA Fireworks Wholesale, Firstar Bank, Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue in Fayetteville, and McLarty Daniel.
I want to ride my
Looking for a new ride or need a tune-up? Champion Cycling in Fort Smith has you covered. From top-of-the-line bikes like Specialized and Surly to expert repairs, apparel, and accessories, we've got everything you need to hit the trails. Stop by 5500 Mazard Road during business hours or shop anytime online at championcycling.com. Champion Cycling, helping you share in the joy of cycling.
What's going on the grill tonight? Whatever it is, make it unforgettable with the best cuts in town from Richard's Country Meat Market. From the sizzle of bacon wrap fillets to the bold flavor of gourmet burgers, juicy steaks, and ready-to-grill kebabs, Richard's is your go-to for a summer full of flavor. Planning to cook out? Skip the stress and call ahead for curbside pickup at 443-0000. Only the best goes on your grill. So get it from Richard's Country Meat Market. 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive at 3042 North Market Avenue in Fayetteville. And online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. Start your next journey at Arkansas's #1 fifth wheel dealer, Wheels